Hello everyone, this is Alka Chaturvedi back on Alka's learning program. Now today's poetry is a very demanded one. Students have been asking me to make a video on this poem. So here we are and here are my efforts to reach to you people. If you are a first timer, do like, share, and subscribe my video so that you get the latest notifications. So let's start with this poetry, Keeping Quiet. Many a time we have heard from people that speech is silver, silence is golden. Indeed, this is what Pablo Neruda, the poet of this poetry, tells us that what is the need of keeping quiet? What will happen if people are going to keep quiet? Let's move ahead and find out what the poet has to tell us. But before that, let's learn something about Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda was born on 12th July 1904 and he died on September 23rd, 1973. He knew the English, French, and Spanish language and was a recipient of the Nobel Prize in Literature, Lenin Peace Prize, and many more. I'll start with his own quote. He said that you can cut all the flowers, but you cannot keep the spring from coming. Destiny will play its role. You cannot hinder it. Try however you may. What is destined will be done. So, let's have a brief outlook before we go on to the detailed poetry. In this poetry, the poet visualizes a state of comfortable inertia where he wishes for a pleasant idleness and relaxation that is away from the frenetic rat race. Today, we see men running after money, running after luxuries, running after all the ins and outs of our life. Whereas, on the other hand, Pablo Neruda tells us to be at peace, be quiet, and think. So let's see what he has come up with in his poetry. The first stanza says, now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still for once on this face of the earth. Let us not speak any language. Let us stop for a second and not move our arms so much. We see normally there's an importance of the count to 12 and that mostly comes as a question, as a 2-marker question in the exams. All the extracts from this poetry are important, could be asked in the extracts in the MCQ forms, or maybe a long question may be also be set up. So count to 12 is a 2-marker question. Now let's see what does he mean by this. The poet requests everybody to count till 12 in their own minds and to stop for a while. Maybe this 12. Why only 12? Why not 10 and 2? Because maybe he could have related it to the 12 hours on the face of the clock, the 12 months in the year. And he wants everybody to stop doing everything and keep calm in that day. He urges everyone not to speak any language because language is one of the reasons for fights. We often say now, I speak Marathi, I speak Punjabi, I speak this, and something or other, and the fight crops up. So he is asking people not to speak any kind of language. Not only this, he also wants us to stop moving our arms also. Here, arms has a double meaning. Arms could be our own arms or could be the weapons that are used. Again, this is a two marker question. That the arms, what does arms refer to? By using the word arms, he means that the weapons which are used by the different countries to raise the wars against each other should not be moved. And he is demanding peace from every nook and corner. The literary devices that have been used over here are assonance. Assonance is the use of vowel sounds. Here, O and E sounds have been repeated. Then we have anaphora. Anaphora is when the lines start with the same word. Two consecutive lines starting with the same word. Here it is let's not speak. Let's stop. So the word let's in both the lines. That the starting of the line denotes anaphora. Then we have the alliteration. I hope you all are aware about what alliteration is. It's the repetition of the consonant sounds at the start of two or more closely connected words. Second stanza says, it would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. We would all be together in sudden strangeness. Definitely, when everything is going to be silent, it would be a strange kind of stillness. And he says the fisherman in the cold sea would not harm the whales, and the man gathering the salts would look at his hurt hands. So here the poet is trying to say that it would be an exotic moment where there will be no rush and there will be no sounds of the engines. He says that it would be a rare situation where there will be no sounds of the engines working. Everything will come to a standstill and a totally unique moment it would be. There'll be sudden straight situation as the complete world will experience the calmness. People will not be rushing to achieve the materialistic things. He says that the fishermen will also stop doing any work and even the salt gatherers. And when these fishermen will stop doing any work, they will not be harming the whales, which are being hunted for the purpose of the food and the trade. He wants us to calm down so that they can stop and see what they have achieved and what they have lost. He also gives the example of a salt gatherer who keep working and keep working day and night to gather the salts. They don't even look at the hands that are full of wounds. You see, when people work in that salt, their hands get wounded and it hurts. So he says, even the salt gatherers, when everything will come to a standstill, everything will be quiet, they will get time to look at their hands, their wounds. He wants everyone to stop for a while in order to see and feel what achievement they have got and how much loss have they borne in their lives. For the sake of attaining the materialistic things, the man is in a mad race. So he wants the men to find out what they have achieved and what they have lost. Here the figure of speech is alliteration. The W sound, the consonant W has been repeated in we would. The S consonant has been repeated in sudden strangeness. And consonant H has been repeated in his hurt hands. Moving ahead, the third stanza says, those who prepare for green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on the clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. I want no truck with death is again a two-marker question. Then the wars, the reference of the wars is again a two-marker question. The wars, the green wars are the wars in the environment. है So let's see what he has to say. He says that the people who are exploiting the green wealth of the nature, either by deforestation or mining or fishing in the deep seas, and even the soldiers who are using the weapons to kill human beings. It is high time for introspection into the consequences of their actions. Wars have never resulted into any good. Men are only doing, these men who are harming the nature or harming human beings, they are only doing their duty and they are at the beck and call of their authorities. He wants them to stop all these fights, whether it is with the nature or with the human beings, and to put on new clothes, those spotless clothes without any stains, and to adopt a new approach to life. He wants to realize that killing so many people is not a victory. He wants us to be united and consider our enemies to be brothers. He's promoting brotherhood, he's promoting peace and unity, and he wants us not to do any work and take out some time for introspection of our deeds. He also says that he does not want the people to involve in any kind of wars, green wars or wars with the humans. Rather, he wants them to have a new approach to life. He says, treat your enemy like your brothers and promote peace and harmony in the world. The literary devices here are alliteration, the repetition of the W sound, wars with, the repetition of C, clean clothes, assonance, the use of vowel, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes, and the repetition of the word wars. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving, and for once could perhaps a huge silence might interrupt that sadness of the never understanding ourselves and threatening ourselves with death. In this stanza, the poet is telling all the human beings are working endlessly with the aim of completing their tasks. They are driven by the targets for survival and fear the threat of the death. So they are continuously in that mad race of accomplishing their works and their targets. If they pause for a while, they can appreciate their achievements and their lives will become far happier. He says that we will be able to understand the true happiness and the purpose of our life the moment we start introspecting. Further, he says that people are continuously working and they're not even thinking of the results. The results are in front of us. Global warming is the talk of the day. Moving ice caps, glaciers, they're all affecting the human lives. Deforestation are the burning topics of the day. If a person starts introspecting, this will skip up the sadness which has become very prominent in his life. The sadness of not enjoying what we have achieved and the greed to achieve what next is in the list to be achieved has to be stopped. Here the literary devices are alliteration, W, weaver, so single S. Enjambment is when one line runs into the other line. And the last stanza says, perhaps the earth can teach us, is when everything seems still and later proves to be alive. Now I will count to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. The poet says that he requests us to take a teaching from the nature. The nature teaches us a lot. The earth undergoes many changes. In the winters, everything freezes. Life becomes still. But with the passage of time, the seasons change and everything starts blooming up again. Similarly, he says the life is going on. Take a pause, relax, think, introspect, appreciate, feel the sadness of not having achieved anything, and then again keep moving. Set your targets. It is said that life is a journey, not a destination. You board your train, reach a place, then again board your train and reach another place. So keep moving ahead in your life, but give time for introspection. Take a pause, introspect your lives, and give it a new meaning. It will be just like the rebirth of the soul. The poet has conveyed to all the people that the purpose of his message, he asks them once again to take a pause, count up to 12, and walk out of the scene, keeping the scene open for all the people on the earth to experience this time for the change to come. He says finally that he will count up to 12 and that we all may become quiet. Here, quiet means to calm down ourselves and move towards a path of peace and harmony. And after saying so, he says, I will go. He says so as he has conveyed his message. His job is done. Now he wants the people to be left alone and to think and rethink, to introspect and retrospect about the things and then work in the direction of peace and harmony. I hope the stanzas are clear. Now let's look at the theme. The theme is the necessity of being quiet for introspection and creating a feeling of mutual understanding. He also emphasizes on meditation. I hope I have made my words clear. Now, keeping quiet, a final thank you to you all for being patient listeners, and I hope I have made my words very clear. If you have liked the video, please let it reach to the ones who really need them. Thank you so much. Wish you a happy learning. Remember, it's a very important poetry for class 12th. Thank you. God bless you all. Wish you happy learning.